our biggest and final main topic for the show. This is the big one. This news changes pretty much everything Marvel because Kevin Feige has been named the CCO of Marvel.
The Chief Creative Officer. Nothing gets past Feige in Marvel. He is Marvel at this point.
He's Marvel, yep.
He has ascended. He has got the spirit of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Dick Cohen, everyone, like channeled into him through Bob Iger and the Mouse. Like
now, so for people that are trying to understand what this means, from this point on, let's say when they get to the next season of Cloak and Dagger and Runaways and whatever else is in development, it doesn't matter that it's Marvel TV, like Marvel Entertainment. It has to go through Kevin Feige. He will be hands-on with it, as an executive producer, like he was for Agent Carter and stuff. So, like, this is literally a seismic shift in Marvel. Like, this is huge news.
Yep.
I think a lot of people are underselling it.
I just want to be that guy quickly. I've been telling everyone this for years, that it's going to happen. Me and Sean have talked about it on the TV cast. We talked about it here. You can find tweets from mine saying this from like 2 years ago. Like, it's been in the works for a while.
Yeah.
So you're welcome. And thanks, Deadline, for confirming it. So.
And when people like want to know quickly what's going to happen with some of the shows that are possibly canceled or can come back, all going through Kevin Feige. So if there's a new Daredevil season, Kevin Feige's hands on. Like, he's literally going to oversee everything from the animation now to everything. And that gives me so much hope because I feel like he's going to do for animation what they did in the 90s with Marvel. Like, oh man, dude.
I think he's going to change a lot. I think you can like maybe not like a massive structural change. Like, I don't think you're going to get rid of Sapolsky in the comics. I think he's going to stay, but like how comics are done.
Yep.
Like, I don't think they're going to do the whole synergy thing again, like I tried doing a couple of years ago. Like, you're not going to get that.
Yeah. Hopefully they find a better way to advertise than what they tried.
That would be that's the one thing I want him to do is like push these things in front of movies. Put comics in toy aisles where the kids go in supermarkets. The toys. Put the comics right there.
Because right now, from what they've tried, like, because I did see some people saying, why don't they put it in grocery stores or like Walmart and Targets? The odd thing is, they are in Walmarts and Targets, but they're advertised really, really badly.
Yes, they are.
Those Walmart exclusive DC Comics 100-page things. Try and find one.
Yeah.
You'll never find it.
Yeah, it's one of two things. Either you get there because for in my area, for what they do, they put it in the quote unquote collectibles. So wherever the cards are, those are where the comics are. And what they do is they put them like in a small corner, and whatever happens to the cards is what's going to happen to the comics. So most often than not, they're thrown about all over the place, and no one's going to want to touch them.
So can you imagine if they actually put it next to toys? Like, I feel sorry for parents. Just like, I'm buying an Iron Man for my child. Oh, he wants like 3 trades of Iron Man. Crap.
Honestly, like, because people also have to understand, it's like when he's overseeing Marvel, this will include like how they push forward the toys and the marketing and everything.
Yep.
So if you see what he's done with Marvel Studios, I think there's a clear, like pass through, and a history can repeat itself with other mediums here. And I'm really excited by this because he clearly knows how to handle that aspect of it. And that's kind of like a big deal because I feel like a lot of people, when they come into some of these positions, don't have a good idea. And if you look at some other companies that have done this in the past, like Sony with Kaz Hirai for PlayStation, he completely drove Sony to dominance. If you look at Reggie Fils-Aimé, he was like a pizza manager for Pizza Hut, and he had a fresh idea and went to Nintendo and revolutionized Nintendo. Like, I think Kevin Feige has been going towards this, and now that it's going to happen, you're probably not going to see it in the next 6 months, but a year from now,
it'll be gradual.
You're going to see the impact, and you're going to see a shift. And if you remember, it was him in 2010 and 2011 that said, by the time Avengers is out, you're going to know Avengers Assemble as a brand and a marketing thing that the kids will be saying. He completely delivered that because it was everywhere. Like, it was kind of revolutionary because it's like, dude, nobody knows the Avengers name. And he's like, no, you're going to know this name. And it's like, all right, never mind. Biggest movie of all time. 7 years later, you've proven you know what you're doing. So...
yeah. Also, I can guarantee you now, this is also a step to make Marvel more like Star Wars.
100%.
You're going to have comics tying in properly to the MCU. The animated shows are going to tie into the MCU. You're going to have distinct, like it might be like the Ultimates in the comics where you have another imprint. You're not going to have like the 616s suddenly the MCU and everything. Like you'll probably still get cartoons that aren't in the MCU, but like you get ones that are, and they'll make it clear.
See, I'm totally feeling like Marvel Studios comic imprint, right? And like we'll release 2, 3, 4 comics a month that fill out some of the back history. Like what happened with Captain America between 2 films? Let's tell you little stories. It's like, you know what? Yeah. That will be huge. And what I think the key is there is like when they do that, they bring you into that. But at the end of every little issue, put a couple pages from a non-MCU comic in there to draw people in. That will seriously push people to give them, or like, give them a digital code for another full issue.
Just gonna say that they do free digital codes anyway. Give them a free digital issue of like the Avengers #1 or something.
Yep, like
that's fine.
Oof, man, like,
but as long as we don't call it the Marvel Cinematic Universe comics, because McCuck isn't exactly the greatest imprint acronym. So let's not go that route. But
like.
It's a really interesting time for Marvel as a whole right now, because
I feel
of like who's done this before? Like no one.
No, this is clearly them taking a page from like Star Wars, like you said, but looking at the brighter picture, because people might not want to like accept the facts, but comics every year they're slowly dwindling away, and a lot of people are moving to digital. I've moved to about 99% digital. Like,
oh yes, same. The only time I get a physical is when I really want the cover.
Same. Yep. Exactly.
I made an exception for Hickman's like the Dawn of X stuff. Like so, each 6 of those issues, I got the first one.
What some people don't realize is that a lot of people don't have room for all that paper.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. That was my biggest reason for not staying physical. It's just like I haven't got the space.
That's why I did it with my PlayStation, all my games. I'm like, dude, too much. No, just go digital.
Yeah, because I only have like 2 runs that I have that I will get physically. Everything else is just digital.
Yep. I don't know.
Nice.
There's just a lot to this that I think will be felt within the next couple of years, and I'm not gonna be like shocked if you're like picking up a Blu-ray copy of, I don't know, let's say Eternals, right? And inside, you're going to have a digital code, and it's going to go to that Marvel app, and it's going to give you a run of Eternals to read. Like,
I also just remembered that Marvel signed a deal with a graphic novel imprint, so they're going to be doing some graphic novels now within the next year.
So they're making some moves.
And they're going to buy Dark Horse in, like, what, 2 years at least? Like,
yeah, I mean, what's Dark Horse got? That's not Disney stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
Once they lost, I think it was Conan. It was like, ooh, you guys are running out of labels, you know.
It's like, what's Dark Horse now? It's like Alien. It's like, Disney owned that. Well.
On second thought, whoever from Marvel listens to this, I know there's a couple of you. Can we just get Papa Feige on that Conan the Barbarian? Have him produce some stuff on there, please. You know, he's been pretty good on Marvel.
Would they Conan or would they Kaiser?
Give me both.
Both.
2 dudes in loincloths? Oh boy, this is it. We peaked.
You know full well Conan and Kaiser will get met with the SJW treatment. They'll be like, why is SJW doing my men? Like,
Jesus,
it's just like, like, I don't want to see naked men. It's just like,
well,
it's like you saw naked men in the 80s and they sold toys. What do you expect?
True. Look at them old Rambo movies and whatnot. So. It is interesting. So, any final thoughts on this Kevin Feige news?
Well, this kind of confirms that Perlmutter has even less power than he's had in the last 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Perlmutter hasn't really had any say anywhere. And if you want proof of that, just look at people complained about all that the quote agenda pushing in the comics. Like Perlmutter wouldn't have allowed that.
No,
clearly he wasn't there. So
like you even with that, people when this news came out, they say, "Oh, great, they're gonna push more agendas with my my comics and my games and whatever have you."
Yeah, they'll continue to do what they've done for the last 80 years. That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah. So. There's. I wouldn't worry too much about TV shows that Marvel Television was doing and developing. Like, yes, some of them could go, some of them could stay. You probably won't even know the ones you've lost anyway. So
And honestly,
and whatever comes out is, it's still going. Like everything's now a direct link to Feige.
Yep.
So if they want to cross over, it's just talk to Feige. Then you'll get like another number to start like the other people in the project. So
and the good thing is, it's like if you look at Runaways and Cloak and Dagger, those two were under Feige till he decided that they couldn't fit the slate, so they got put on Marvel TV. So he was involved with those from very early inception with Marvel Studios. So it's like, no, those will be brought into the fold. So I'm hopeful, there's going to be way more direct links between everything.
Yeah. Stuff like Hellstrom, like it's being made. We have a cast. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, that news actually came out. I know no one talked about it because it kind of just came out and then it fizzled out, which is a bit weird. But, it's going to be made still. Daredevil and like the Netflix stuff, they just got to wait on Netflix, really. Mm-hmm. Like Feige loves Cox's Daredevil, so I wouldn't worry too much about them rebooting that character.
Exactly, it's like no, that'll be kept on. That's a given.
At the end of the day, you're kind of getting what you always wanted, so
truth.
It's good news. Be happy about it. So.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.